by the tribute. Warren, I want to give you a data boy. When his wife got up to start dancing, the whole time, give him a hand. No, sure. The point is this. Most men wouldn't do that. Most men wouldn't do it. So I want to give you yours now. You know, I woke up this morning and couldn't sleep last night. Then I woke up and I listened to my partner every morning. The song this morning came out old school, you know what I'm saying? And this is what we're here doing today. I know what I'm supposed to be doing. I might not do this again. So right now, I'm gonna do it my way. So, and listen to Joe and the occasion, and looking at some of these seasoned folks, I can do what think about what we went through back in the day. And look at where we are today, and we're still not where we should be, but we're better than what we used to be. And this old song came to me. An old song came to me. And if I could sing, I would try and sing it. It says something like this. The Lord has brought me. The Lord has brought me. I'm talking about these golden redeemers now. From a mighty long way. Oh my Lord, I've been blessed by His goodness, blessed by His goodness. I've been saved by His blood. Oh my Lord, the Lord has brought me. That's what He's truly done to all of us from a mighty long way. Now, I'm going to attempt to do what I'm here to do. If you don't know the story, you don't know why I'm doing this. My wife said, it's not about you, Zeke. I lost my mother in 2015. He came in 2014. April 19, 2015. I look at my home church, I saw this man here at my mother's funeral. After being here for probably about 4 or 5 months. 8 months, 22 days later, I saw him at my father's funeral. So that's why I'm crying. It's not a week goes by, I don't call this man. If I don't call him, I'm going over there. That's what I'm crying. Now I'm attempting to do what I'm here to do. Giving honor to God, Reverend Dr. Mark T. Gibson, the Redeemed Love Church family and friends. A special thank you to you all. Special thanks to you, Ms. Mary. I would like to introduce some and present the others. Reverend Dr. James D. Ballard. Dr. Ballard is a second generation preacher. Scotty's from High Point, North Carolina. Public schools, High Point, North Carolina. Now I'm going to do a little icebreaker for the church. How many of us are 68 years old and older? If you're 68 and older, raise your hand for me. You'll get it a little bit later. Now, if you're 63 and younger, raise your hand. You'll get it in a little bit. Like I said, he was second generation pastor, preacher. Dr. Ballard spent 4 years in the armed services. After returning from armed services, Dr. Ballard went to school at Shaw University, where he received his BA degree. This fellow was smart. He wasn't the first in the class, but he was the second in the class. So he's a smart young fellow. Salutatorian. Then Dr. Ballard was one of two blacks that went to the University of Duke Advantage School. One of two. Then, in 1978, Shaw University said, we're going to call him back. We're going to put this honorary doctorate degree upon Dr. Ballard. So he received 2 degrees from Shaw University. Now, this is Zeke Simmons talking right now. It's not Dr. Ballard, this is Zeke talking. For those who are listening or have juice, I think it's no more than right if Duke University, if it's just a room where all the divinity students go that look like me and you, nothing against you, bro, over on the guitar, nothing against you. But if people that look like us, since 1967, could just name a room, like I said, he ain't said a thing to me about this. This is Zeke talking. If it was sports, that's what we want to do. If it was something else, that's what we would want to do. There's been many people that look like me and you at the divinity school at Duke University since he did it. He was one of the first 2. So those who might have juice, or if you know somebody with juice, I'm not asking for a building. I just want a room where they can go study. To have Dr. Ballard's name up there, and what about the other fellow's name is, and put it up there together. Like I said, Dr. Ballard, this is Zeke talking. This is what I think somebody should do, so he can get his flowers while he's still here. 1965, that's smartness again. He joined 2 churches together. And Mark would say, how in the shell did he do that? 2 churches, not one, but 2 churches. First Institutional Baptist Church in Winston-Salem, and West End Baptist Church in Winston-Salem. And they formed that to be United Metropolitan Baptist Church, where he was a senior pastor for 45 years. 45 years. Then Dr. Ballard claimed he was going to retire in 2004. That's what he claimed. He retired, quasi-retirement. Dr. Ballard has been around probably about 13 churches within North Carolina. That's what me and Mark was talking about. I'm sorry, Pastor Gibson's talking about what he's been talking to us about what we want to try and do for this young man. He was here for 17 and a half months. I call him the resurrector of churches. Those who know the story know this church was about there. When I say about there, I mean here. If you know the story, the resurrector brought it back and maintained it to where we are today. That's what I call him, the resurrector. The resurrector's been at this for 68 years. That's why I asked you if you're 68 years old, such and such. The resurrector had been married for 63 years. That's why I asked you if he was under 63 years old. He didn't want to go see his wife when he first met her. He had stayed up all night and had to go preach. Miss Eleanor Pearl Ballard. I call her my mother. She loves candy. She'll eat it all day. He don't want to give it to her. But again, they have one son, Derek. They have 4 grandkids. The resurrector has been active in every level within the Baptist organizations. Lock Carey as well. Dr. Ballard, you know I love you. I continue to love you. One day, they can't do nothing with me now because I retired about 3 years ago. I left state time. Me and him went hanging out, went to another church. That's my road dog. So after the next election from the choir, the next voice we would hear would be that of Dr. James Ballard, the resurrector of churches, sing, choir, preach. Dr. Ballard, love you. Oh, I'm sorry. Dr. Ballard in 2012. This book here. It's a great book. Sing, choir.